Well, welcome you guys to the Beast Mode Show. This is the first episode, man. It's been a long time coming. We've been wanting to do this for a long time, right? So now we have a lot of reasons why we want to do this, but I can name one of them. So for the longest time in human history, the only way to pass ideas and thoughts and wisdom is through word to mouth and written books. For the longest time, if you have an idea, a thought, you want to share it with the world, the only way to do it is to talk about it. Talk about it with the people around you. Now, if you're born, we all know the average person is fucking retarded. That's just a fact. Most people are stupid. Now, if you have an idea and you talk about it to the people around you, chances are most of them are going to be like, it's out of the ordinary, you're stupid. But in reality, you're so much ahead of them and nobody understands, and that's how ideas die. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
And if you want to write a book, so boom, you have a thought, you want to pass it through generations, you write a book, boom, 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 right? Handwritten, the whole thing. And if you want to give it to people, you got to write it another time, all over, just to give it to one person.
Yeah.
And that's if they understand it. That's absolutely fucking crazy, And nowadays we have...
The road, it gave it to the pigeon, let the pigeon fly off.
Exactly. And you don't know where that's going to go, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's just fucking crazy. And nowadays, it's pure magic. We can just put a camera, buy a bunch of, mics, and then we can potentially talk to millions of people, to share ideas. So you'd be crazy if you think we're not going to use this opportunity, to our advantage. So that's why we wanted to do it. And today's episode, I want to talk about emotions, why we should control our emotions, why is it important to be ahead of your emotions. Now,
I'm emotionless though.
now I do believe our society is super emotional, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Super emotional. And most people can encourage you to be emotional, and I don't think that's a good thing. For society, I don't think that's good for anybody, you know what I mean? And I truly believe if you do control your emotions, you're in charge of your destiny.
Okay.
And we're gonna dig deep down to it to explain why is that the case, you know what I mean? Now, in my opinion, emotions are just your instincts, your natural instincts, your body trying to tell you something, your body trying to talk to you. Now, throughout the day, when the alarm go off, you have an emotional reaction to it. Whether you're mad at it, whether you're angry, whether you're lazy, whether you're motivated, it doesn't matter what it is, you have an emotional reaction to it. And as you wake up throughout the day, you're faced with a whole lot of stimuluses, a whole lot of colors, a whole lot of emotions, a whole lot of situations that you always constantly having to react to it emotionally. And if you don't realize that, you're just gonna ride the flow, and you're just gonna let your emotions ride you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely.
Now, again, you wake up, boom, your alarm goes off. You have some type of emotional reaction to it. If you don't feel it, you're just gonna let it ride you. And then again, throughout the day, all day, you meet people, you talk to people, boom, you have an emotional reaction to it, and you're just reacting to your emotions. Now, that's one day, right? You wake up, you're just reacting to emotions. That day goes by, and then the next day you do the same thing, and then boom, the next day, and that's a week, and that's a month, and then months turn into a year, and then 10 years, and all we have, 70, 80, 90 years in this reality, in this holographic 3D matrix, whatever you want to call it. And then you catch yourself literally lived your whole life just in state of reaction to your emotions, and obviously that's not helpful.
No, not at all. Because it's like, emotions off, I feel like it comes down to your conscience. Because it's like, boom, let's say we're in the gym working out, we're at Alpha Land right now,
Yeah.
Somebody smacks me, my conscience can tell me something right away, like,
Right.
boom, I'm gonna hit this guy back, right? But like, it's with emotions, it's like you gotta kind of train them, I guess you want to say, because it's
100%.
like once you get to train your emotions and you're in charge of your emotions and your emotions aren't in charge of you, you could handle situations a lot better to get like the better outcomes of everything,
Absolutely, man.
because it's like, boom, I get hit, I would have to think like, okay, I could hit this guy back, have a big ass brawl,
Yeah.
cops could get called, somebody could get hurt,
Yeah.
or it's like, I guess it kind of goes by, and that was a bad example on my end, because it's like,
Actually, I think that was an amazing
you
example,
think so?
because emotions can be with you
Yeah.
or against you. So if somebody smacked me, right, I'm gonna get angry.
Yeah, 100%.
So my reaction is gonna be anger. This
100%.
anger, right, gonna allow me to beat the shit out of him. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see how
Now,
you're feeling it.
now, if you zoom out, you'd be like,
Yeah.
you know what? He hit me. It's so good. I'm above my emotions. No, you're just a fucking pussy.
Okay, I see.
You know what I
get
mean?
you.
You're just a fucking
get
pussy. So
you,
you
I
can
get
use
you,
it to
yeah.
your advantage.
You definitely gotta fight back in that situation.
100%. Or it can be against you. Now, let me give you an example, right? So, and this is me for the longest time, but I'm changing. I promise you, I'm trying to be better, right? So, I'll be in traffic, boom, and we live in Houston, right? Drivers are absolutely fucking retarded, right? I'll be driving, boom, somebody cut me off, skirt, and I'm good, right? What I always do is fucking fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Drive right next to him, stare in his fucking soul, and show him who the fucking man is. You know what I mean? Now that was totally me reacting to my emotions. You know. Now, if you really think about it, now the first step to recognize to be above your emotions is to recognize your emotions. To be like, okay, I'm fucking angry now. That's the first step. Understanding your emotions. You gotta label it. Secondly, you gotta go through the options. Okay, well, I'm fucking mad. I'm staring him in the eyes. What are the possibilities? And you break it down. It down, okay? So, okay, I stare him in the fucking eyes and tell him he's fucking stupid, honk at him. Now, what if he's with it?
Yeah.
What if he just say pull over? If he's pulling over, well, now I gotta fucking pull over. You know what I mean? Now you pull over, 4 guys come out with knives, and I'm already out. I'm
Or
fucked.
A gun, because you know,
A gun.
anybody could drive. around
Everybody
with
got
a gun.
guns, you know what I mean?
For real, yeah.
Now that's worst case scenario. They shoot you, boom, you lost your life because you react to your emotions. Now let's digress a little bit, right? So let's say, boom, one guy come out, he's talking his shit. You come in, boom, you punch him, you fucking kill him. Cops come in, you're a fucking murderer, you go to jail. Again, you rode your emotions, and what do your emotions led to you? Going to jail. You won. You big boy, you got the balls, you know? You got the big dick, right? You boom, beat his ass.
Better have the big balls in jail for the rest of your life.
Exactly, you know what I mean? And that's all because of emotional reaction. You know what I mean? Now, let's just say the least happened, right? You stare at him in his fucking soul, he gets scared, he zoom off, and you the fucking man, right? But now you're gonna be pissed off for the next 10 minutes, you know what I mean? And that shit controls you, that shit in your head. See, nowadays, what I try to do, the other day, boom, I swear to God, you remember that shit. We almost fucking died, but, you know, my instincts are fucking, I got the killer instincts, you know, skirt, boom, we're good. This guy almost ran us over, it was his fault.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, if he got that energy, I know karma gonna hit him at some point because he keeps driving like that, keep cutting people off. At some point, he's gonna hit somebody. It wasn't me,
It's gonna
thankfully.
catch up to him, yeah.
It wasn't me. So my reaction was, because I trained myself, because your instincts can be trained, right? I trained myself to be, you know what? We're good, we're going home. The situation is over.
Yeah.
Let's just get the fuck out of here. Thank God we're good. You know what I mean? Be grateful that nothing happened instead of being angry at the dude who can't even fucking drive. You know what I mean? Because that's not. I'm not responsible for him. I don't give a fuck if he crashes and he dies, as long as he doesn't crash into me.
100%.
You see what I'm saying? And this is how you train your emotions. One time you get angry, somebody cuts you off. Remember, lay it out. What can happen if I ride this emotion? And most of the time, it doesn't make sense. Whatever we're gonna do, riding that emotion, it just don't make sense because it's all gonna be negative to you. And the least thing could happen is you fuck up your vibe, you fuck up your mood. That means they're in your head. You know what I mean? A stranger who just cut you off is in your head. Think about it. He's in control of your thoughts because when you're angry, you have certain type of thoughts. You know. Now he's in your head. You know, so you let him beat you. And throughout the day, again, if you just always call out your emotions, hey, I'm feeling this way. Why am I feeling this way? And you just break it down. Should I feel this way? You can train your instincts. You know what I mean? You can train them. Just like, hey, I trained jiu-jitsu. You know, at the beginning, when I first came in, my instincts, it wasn't ideal, you know. I think I should do this, but it's not the right move. And then as I train it, the better I got, the better my instincts is. Same thing with emotions, man. Same thing with thoughts. You just train it. But the first thing is you got to call it out. You have to call it out. And slowly you train it. Now this leads me to, you know, the part of how does controlling your emotions allow you to control your destiny, right? So if throughout the day your alarm goes off and you're always like, fuck, you know what I mean? That is not a good way to start the day. I promise you that is not sustainable. Maybe you're doing a challenge, 30-day challenge. It doesn't matter. That's not sustainable. We want to be able to do this till the day you die. You know what I mean? And thinking this way is probably not the right move. So again, you break it down.
It already puts you off at a negative energy for the day.
You're already lost.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you wake up, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm about to fucking kill this workout, you know? Today we woke up at 4, you know, ready to fucking kill it, ready to, you know, record this podcast. That's the energy you want to be on. That's the energy you want to move on. And that's what allows you to control your destiny, because if throughout the day we all have 24 hours in the day. Sunrise, sundown, right? And throughout the day, if you always call out your emotions and be like, is this the best thing to feel right now? Oh, there's a better emotion to do. And then you think it through. You're like, this makes sense. Logically, this emotion makes sense to me. These thoughts, these pattern of thoughts make more sense to me. Slowly, it's going to become you. You know, that's how you train it. And slowly, you don't even need to think about it. That's just how you feel. When my alarm goes off, I'm ready for fucking war. You know what I mean? Ow, ow. It's just the way it is. That's just facts, you know?
Yeah.
And I trained it. It takes effort. It takes work.
It does.
And
That's why you're better than a lot of people. That's why we're better than a lot of people.
you know, we're just ahead in the game. And this is why we're doing this. We trying to put you on some game for real. Just think about it. Anything you do, just think about why you're doing it. What's the reason behind it? Should I be thinking a better way? Because it's all in your head, you know. In this reality, it's a thought game. It's a thought game. You can manifest anything you think of. You just got to think of it, see the picture, and then you got to plan it out. And you just got to do it, and it's going to happen. It's going to manifest. That's just the way it is. You know, so if throughout the day, you're always calling out your emotions, seeing what's best, you're retraining yourself, you're reprogramming yourself, because right now we have social media, we have, you know, the news, all that shit programming us. We have the culture trying to program, everybody trying to program us, everybody wants you to stay in line and do what everybody does, you know. And it's hard, it takes effort for you to step out of the line, step out, you know, and see what the fuck is going on, see the bigger picture. And that's the best way to do it, in my opinion, to first control yourself, control your thoughts. If you control your thoughts, you can control your perspective. You control your perspective, you can control your reality.
It just makes you a better quality of a person overall.
100%, man.
And just as little as emotions, you know, just controlling your emotions. If you're on top of that, it puts you ahead of a lot of people. Because a lot of people, like you said, they're like fragile or ego.
Yeah.
Like they have ego problems. They're fragile inside. So it's like something happens. People call it anxiety, but like it's anxiety. I think is just not being able to control your emotions. That's all that
Honestly,
is.
honestly,
Society just labeled it a thing as, oh, it's okay, you have anxiety. Here's some pills, you know. And then that's where the downfall is going with.
100%. Even depression. I mean,
100%. Sad shit happens, but it's like, we're human beings. Sad shit's gonna happen. People are gonna die all the time. It's like, you know, it's part of life. And people just don't get a hold of that. They're stuck in their little safe bubble. Exactly.
Yeah.
Death. Oh no, don't talk about that.
Right.
Suicide. No. But it's like people go through shit. Yeah, but it's I don't know how to put it.
And it's the way you label it too. Like instead of labeling anxiety.
Yeah.
Most of the time is the thing is your body's trying to tell you something. Your subconscious trying to talk to you. If you have a lot of things backed up, if you have work backed up, if you're lazy, if you're not doing what you got to do, and you're constantly thinking, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that, I got to do that. Of course you're gonna have fucking anxiety because you have a lot of things to do and you're not fucking doing it. Now it's crazy, but once I started writing down like what do I got to do for today. And anything I gotta do, I don't keep a mental note in it. I keep an actual physical note in it. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. Now I put it in the physical, I don't have to worry about it in my head. All of a sudden, my thoughts are clear. You know what I mean? It's all about relabeling it. Now, I want to get back to the whole destiny thing,
I give you props to that for writing it down, because I started that when I got the book. I would write like my to-do list for the day, and it's hard.
It's hard.
Did it for like 2-3 days, 4 days maybe, and then now I just write my workouts in there, you know. So
yeah. I mean, it takes effort, you know.
For real,
It takes effort. Now I do it the day before, so I don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
I do it a week before, and now I promise you, right now we're in July, right? If you tell me what am I gonna do, first week of October on Tuesday, I promise you I will lay it out what I'm gonna do from the morning until I go to sleep. And you know, we're roommates, right? You see us. My day is 100% planned.
Yeah.
Planned, you know, and that's how you get somewhere. You plan it out. You plan it through. You don't just randomly happen to achieve this and this and that. No, it's a plan, you know. It was all thought through. It was all part of the plan. I already knew it was gonna happen before it even happens. You know what I mean? That's really what a manifestation is. Now that brings me back to, you know, chaos and order, nature versus nurture. Are you just a product of your environment? You know, or are you a product of who you want to be? You know, the character who you want to be. Now, the world as it is, as we know of, is just chaos. It's just full of chaos. Things just happen to us, you know. We just get affected by stimuluses and colors and emotions and all that. And it's on us to collect all that and collect data and organize it in a way to make order. So chaos versus order, right? Once you organize the chaos into an order, now it becomes controlled chaos. Controlled chaos is really you controlling your destiny. So a lot of people talk about free will versus destiny. Do we have free will? Do you have the freedom of choice? Or is it destiny? Is it already is written to us by God or the universe or the source or whoever? Is everything planned out to us? And I truly believe that if you don't plan it out yourself, it's just fucking chaos. You just ride in the flow. Oh, boom, oh, I love her, I just nutted in her. Boom, you have a baby. Boom, you arguing with her. Boom, now you have baby mama, you gotta pay child support. Now, and life just happening to you. You don't even know what the fuck going on. You know what I mean? And that's how people get depressed. That's how people have all these problems, because all of a sudden you find yourself an adult paying bills, you know, doing all this.
And it's like you look back in your life and it's
like what the fuck happened?
What did I accomplish?
Nothing, you know what I mean? But if you go through situations, go through life, and extract the wisdom of every single situation you get into, or as much wisdom as you can. Sometimes there's a lot of wisdom in situations, but from our state of mind, we can only, subtract some of it. But as long as you're doing the work and using that as a tool in your toolbox to organize the chaos in your life, slowly your life going to be organized. Now that takes me to the point of, if you take the chaos and you put it to order, essentially you are writing your own destiny. If every emotion you feel, you label it, you know what it is, and you think about what's best emotion to have in this situation, and then you do it because it was part of the plan, because it makes sense. Throughout the day, if your whole day you're doing that, you're analyzing what's going on, right? That's 24 hours. And then you do it again, then you do it again, then you do it again. And again, that's a week of you just controlling your emotions, doing everything logically. Boom, that's a month. Month after month, boom, that's a year. Boom, that's a century. You're gonna go where you wanna go.
100%.
You're gonna do it.
100%.
There's no way around it. You know? Or at least you're gonna be closer than you were before. Instead of just letting it ride, just riding the wave. You know what I mean?
The most important part is doing it though, because it's like a lot of people would sit here and say, you know, I want to be rich. I could say I want to be rich 1,000 times every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And if I don't put in the actions, you know, to try to better my situation and become rich, you know, it's never going to happen.
100%. A lot of people want to be in better shape.
Exactly.
And this is something I believe we're experts at. You know, we work out all the time. We're pretty fucking fit. And it took effort. It took time. It took planning. It took learning. If I just come here and just do whatever, I promise you I wouldn't be lifting the weight that I'm lifting. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, we're just dropping jewels on y'all. Just trying to share some ideas, trying to, share some wisdoms. By this podcast or the show, I really want to challenge the status quo. Really want to challenge, the culture, challenge what's normal. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be normal that you're emotional. That's weak. That's weakness. Being emotional is weak. You know what I mean? You just following your instincts. You just riding the flow again. This is maybe you can say this is me being heartless. This is me. No, that's the masculine energy. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. You look at things logically and you go by it. That's just being mature. Honestly.
100%.
You know what I mean? See it all the time. People are super emotional. Sometimes it don't make sense to me. But I can relate back to my younger me. Super emotional, super sensitive. Now I'm still sensitive to a lot of energies. I'm sensitive to people's energies. I can sense it a lot. I can sense it faster. I can sense people's intentions. And I can tell you why. It's because I've been labeling my emotions for so long that I know what it is. And I know why I acted the way I did, because I let my emotions ride me. Now, when I see people in situations letting their emotions ride them, I can call it out. You know what I mean? I can be like, I was like that before. They just are riding their emotions. And this is gonna give you, it's almost like a superpower. Being in control of your own mind, know thyself. When you know yourself, because we're all the same, we're all humans. We all deal with similar things,
way,
right? And when you recognize things in yourself, I can recognize it in you and everybody else around me. You know what I mean? It's just really a superpower to recognize your own emotions, because you're gonna recognize it in others, and you're gonna see where they're coming from.
You know what I mean? That's how you get to judge others too, I guess, in a sense, because it's like you have to be judgmental in a sense.
You have to, man. You have to.
How people are, because then people take advantage of you.
100%.
Everybody in this world is, I don't care what people say,
Yeah.
are in it from themselves at the end of the day, It's like they're always going to choose them over somebody else,
Yeah, now...
It's a rat race in this world.
Now, I don't believe that's everybody.
Okay.
But I truly believe in our nature.
Yeah.
Is in everybody's nature, the first action to do is to look out for yourself. And you should.
Yeah.
You should. That's part of self-love. But not to be too cynical, where not everything is a transaction. But it takes effort not to do that. Our natural instincts tell us to take care of ourselves, and most people do that. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. But yeah, man, your emotions are just a tool. Use it to your toolbox. Now, we put an example of how your emotions can help you out. When somebody slaps you and you get angry, that's energy. That's energy for you to use to beat the fuck out of them, you know what I mean? So, I mean, seriously, using it to your emotions.
Yeah.
But is it helpful? Yeah, it was helpful in that situation.
Yeah.
Now, is it always helpful? Should you always just beat the shit out of anybody? No, probably not, Controlled aggression.
There's a time and a place for it,
Controlled aggression. Somebody slapped me. I'm good at jiu-jitsu. I might just pull him over and put him to sleep, I don't need to just fucking boom, boom, boom until he dies.
Because doing that alone just shows, you're the better person. Because it's obviously, if you're able to put him down and choke him out, like, you could have done way worse to that person. But
Right,
the fact
right.
that, you showed him that you're with it, and then you just, like, let him go. Like, it shows you're a good person,
Right.
You could think first before
100%.
before your actions,
100%. I'm not gonna just
Because
fucking...
you could have just used that, choked him out, killed him, boom. But
Right,
the fact
right.
that you showed him, like, you put him in his place, and
Right.
then you're like, all right,
And then you think it through, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is why I don't get to fights, man. The better you get at fighting, really the calmer you get. That's just a fact. Because you know the damage you can do, and you don't want to put nobody through that. And also, boom, somebody slapped me, boom, I kill him. Now I'm the fucking murderer. I'm in the fucking wrong. I'm the one going to jail. I'm the one spending time. And this is just a setback, just a fucking setback on your goals, Imagine going to prison for just killing somebody. Whether you're in the wrong or right, it's just not a good look,
Yeah.
Even if they take you to court, whatever, and then it's self-defense and nothing happened to you. You wasted so much time going to court. You gotta take time off work. You gotta hire a lawyer. Just so much. For what? For what? You know what I mean? You gotta think it through. This is the best way to control your emotions, But yeah, man, controlling your emotions, being above them, above your natural instincts, allow you to be in control of your destiny. Allow you to be your own narrative, write your own story, you know what I mean? Not have the world write your own story.
Because once you're in control of your emotions, like, the world can't really phase you,
100%, yeah.
Anything can happen, and it's like, you analyze it, you're like, okay, boom, 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 you react, and then if you're in control of your emotions, it's like you react in a positive way. It's like with the bike the other day, I'm on the highway driving, boom, 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 coolant line just pops off, boom.
Yeah.
Pull over to the side of the road, Obviously I'm frustrated because it's like, I just fixed the bike for you guys, that don't know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that's more money I got to spend on this bike now. So I'm frustrated, but it's like, it's like, it's part of life. It's gonna happen. Shit happens.
It happens, man.
Expenses happen. So it's okay. Call the mechanic, got it fixed, whatever. It costs money, but I'm not over here. I didn't wake up the next morning pissed off, like, fuck, I just lost all that money, or you know, like fuck the bike, you know,
Yeah.
shit happens, you know. So
Yeah, and hey, man, like I can tell you, I can say my adolescence me, like, bro, I would have been pissed. You know what I mean? And it's like, you being pissed, like, you really just fucking up your own day. You're really just fucking up
For
your own
real.
day. It just,
start being
it's all in
nasty
your
with
head.
everybody else after that, you know. It's like,
Everybody you
it's-
interact with, you're just gonna give them better attitude.
Exactly.
And the thing is, man, it's really important to walk around with a bubble. I swear to God, when I'm at work, I'm just in a bubble. Where, like, I'm doing me. And let's just say I have an angry customer. Coming, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm not gonna absorb that emotion and react back
Spit
to
right
it with
back
anger.
at him
No.
with the same emotion.
I'm
yeah.
gonna speak to you calm. And you're gonna calm the fuck down. You're gonna be at my level,
Yeah.
at my frequency. Because I'm in charge of this situation, you know what I mean? That's what a leader does, you know? You can't let people fuck up your bubble, fuck up your energy. You can't absorb people's energy and give it back to them. And that's usually what happens, man. That's how people get into fight, you know? Somebody come in with, you know, a little bit of aggression, you give it back to him +1, he give it back to you +1, all of a sudden you both, you know, spinning each other, trying to fight each other, you know?
I love angry customers, man, because they come into Walgreens. It's like boom, they're all pissed off because some other shit happened
Right.
to them throughout the day,
Right.
and it's like they come in with the negative energy with me, but it's like I'm already in a good mood. I'm on the clock making money, you know. So it's like I'm making money. You're not
winning.
gonna fuck up my
You're
vibe,
not.
you know. So
You're
it's
not.
like they get all pissed, and then like I'm replying back to them calmly, and then that pisses them off even more. Like you
Even
know,
more.
so it's like that's
How emotional
it's
can
a
you
win-win
be
on me.
reacting to somebody calm even with more emotions,
Yeah,
you know?
for real.
And it's like the thing is about it, I know damn well once he leaves the store or whatever, once he get out of this situation, I'm gonna stay calm.
Yeah.
And they're gonna keep that energy with them. They're gonna go home and they're gonna fuck up their, you know, with their wife. They're gonna give that energy to her, and of course they're gonna give it back to him. And it's just miserable fucking life.
Yes,
That's just
sir.
regular people, regular shit. You know what I mean? Just ride in the wave, ride in the chaos, and that's not it. That's not fucking it. So if you're listening to this, you know, if you can take one thing out of it, label your emotions, man. Label it, see what it is, analyze it, see where this can take you. Just take a second analyzing it. Think for a second. Zone out of the situation, and think what could happen if I ride this emotion. You know, is it good? If it's good, do it. If you're happy, and you recognize that you're happy, because it doesn't have to be bad, it doesn't have to be negative. It could be positive too, you know what I mean? And, you know, just if it's positive and you know it's good, feel it all the way through. You know, if it's negative, it doesn't make sense. For what? You know?
And we live and learn, so it's like, you know, obviously
Yeah.
it starts off at a young age because it brings like I'm 25, you know, 24, and it's we've had some military experience as well.
Yeah.
So it's like you grow up and then you grow up into it. So
Yeah.
it's like I feel like if you haven't and you struggle with controlling your emotions, you know, just like you said, just take everything, analyze it, and you'll make bad decisions, you know, here and there. But then the mature part is it's like, you know, you're mature when you're making the right decisions, you know,
Yeah.
and you're in control of your life, like you say. You're in control of your destiny, like you say.
So just like working out, man, it's not like like this is gonna sound stupid, right? But a lot of people told me, "Hey, man, you so fit. Why you? If I was you, I wouldn't work out." And I'm like, "This is exactly why you're not me." You know what I mean? Working out, it's a lifelong thing. Like you should do it till the day you die. You know what I mean? Like humans are meant to go out there in the jungle, hunt, fucking bring the fucking feast to the village and eat them. Oh, you know what I mean?
Top dogs.
But seriously, we went to move. We meant to whatever, and it's like throughout the day we just, you know, you're sleeping in your nice mattress with a cool temperature. You know what I mean? Everything's good. Hell yeah, snoozing in. You know, in the car it's comfortable. You're sitting down. At work you're just sitting down, and it's like the whole time we're in comfort. We need to move. We need to go out there, and the best way to do it is to work out. You know, you have energy, you have frequent like you need to let it loose. You know, you need to let it loose, and this is why part of the reason why I believe I'm so calm, because I come here and you know I let it all fucking loose.
Yeah.
Disrespect some fucking weight. You know what I mean? Do jiu-jitsu, just let it all out. And then once I'm done, I'm good. I'm good for the day. I'm calm, you know. I encourage everybody to work out. If you're not working out, you're missing out. You're missing out big time.
Or at least doing something.
Hey,
You
that was
heard that,
big.
right?
That was big. I ain't gonna lie.
It's like doing something, you know. If you want to run or lifting weights,
Yeah,
because not
yeah.
lifting weights isn't for everybody. So
Yeah.
go for a run, you know. At least get some energy out of you, because it's like a dog,
Right.
you know. When they have
Oh,
all the
yeah.
built up energy, they run back and forth, destroy the house, go
Swear to
crazy.
God.
But it's like, you know, you actually take the time, take them outside for at least
Yeah.
an hour, you know. Let them get that energy out. They're chilling for the rest of the day, you know.
Swear to
Same,
God.
same thing with us, man.
Man, I have a German Shepherd. She's like the most adorable dog, she's the most disciplined dog. She's like a year and like 3 months old, right? I love her to death. But here's the thing, and you know this. When I don't take her out in the morning to play catch or whatever walk, she just have that build up energy, you know? And she's gonna fuck some shit up. I give her 2 days. 2 days of me not taking her out, bro. You know, the curtain's gonna get eaten, the fucking she needs to let it out. And humans are the same way, you know. We're just intelligent animals, you know. We do the same shit. We really do the same shit.
Yeah.
Well, talking about working out, I did some legs today, did some front squats, and bro, I don't ever throw up. And I almost fucking threw. I was hugging the fucking
Fuck, man.
trash can for like 5 minutes just trying to get my shit together.
Fuck.
How was your workout?
It was. So I did legs today as well. Fucking.
What'd you end up
did
doing?
a hack squat. I went up to fucking 4 plates. Four
Okay.
plates, and then. But that's why I bought Gatorade too. Like I don't know, for some reason it's humid in Texas, you know. So
Yeah.
I was sweating
as
like
fuck.
I was sweating like an animal in there, and I felt dehydrated. So I was like, fuck. Let me
Yeah.
buy a Gatorade, and I don't normally do that, you know.
And that's one thing I love, bro. Like even sweating, like you get in the mood. We in Alpha Land, and they have a bunch of gyms over here. And there's gym 2 where it's open.
It's like a garage kind of.
Yeah,
you
yeah, it's a
with
garage
the shed
vibe,
doors
so-
and stuff.
It's awesome. Like
We'll give you guys a tour one day. We might do a workout or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
throw it
I've been
in.
wanting to do that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I would.
Well, that's a success. That's an episode. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Hope you get something out of it.
And one last thing with the episode, at least our expectations with the podcast and everything is like, we're not expecting anything out of this, you know.
Yeah.
We're not expecting to be number one or be like get rich and famous out of this. It's just we're just 2 guys simply just
Sharing
talking
ideas,
to a
you know,
camera,
sharing
just
ideas.
letting our ideas, sharing our ideas to the world. And hopefully you guys, you know, tune in and listen to it, because I feel like we have some pretty good topics to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll just see where this goes. So
Peace.
peace. Hey. Episode 1, baby.
Sir.